My boyfriend says the reason he lays hands on me is because he loves me, but I think it might just be an abusive relationship. My boyfriend and I have a strong and intense relationship, and I understand that it is not most people's cup of tea. His behavior can be seen as controlling in some sense, as he tells me not to wear a skirt if it's too short or a top which shows too much skin, but I'm okay with it. I think it's very dumb when people cause ruckus about their partner setting boundaries. My boyfriend is a very strong character who stands up for his opinions, leads the way in the relationship, and always has my back. It's his strong character that I love for him, but it's also his strong character that makes my friends dislike him. According to them, he shows toxic masculinity by wanting to be a traditional man who makes the money and takes charge in the relationship while I stay home and be a housewife and mom. I usually argue back with my friends when they call him this, saying they only think that because social media has brainwashed them into wanting soy boys. You see, it was only recently that my friends found out what my boyfriend is like, and they are now calling him an abuser. I don't agree with it at all. My boyfriend's abuse is doing things like keeping my weight in check. If I put on too many pounds, he will let me know, and I truly appreciate it. He also tells me I'm not allowed to have any male friends, and although that hurt at first considering one of my best friends is male, I understand where he is coming from. The real trouble with my friends was when they noticed a bruise on my wrist after I had spent the weekend at my boyfriend's. They were already not fans of him, and once they saw the bruise they jumped to conclusions about him doing this to me. I told them that yes, it was true that my boyfriend had laid hands on me. And as soon as I said that I was cut off, every single one of my 3 friends piped up about how I'm now a traumatized victim, should dump him immediately and get a therapist to heal. I argued back, however, saying that this is a victim complex that actually leaves women more traumatized than they would have been. I told them my point of view, which is that when everyone makes a problem out to be huge and traumatic, it will manifest in such a way, which can be very harmful. I got called delusional by my friends, and they proceeded to storm out of my house. It almost seemed like they cared more about being right and wanting to portray me as a victim than actually making sure I was okay. The next day, while my boyfriend was over at my house, the police showed up and told me they wanted to check in on us. They had received an anonymous tip of domestic violence occurring and had to investigate. We talked to the police and confirmed to them that it was all okay, and I had to lie and say the bruise on my wrist, which was now almost fully healed, was from a skateboarding accident. After they left, my boyfriend asked me what that was all about. When I told him, he flipped out, calling my friends a bunch of narcissistic bitches, and I had to tell him to calm down. He asked me why the figure that a bruise on my wrist from a rope we used for intimacy warranted police checking on us, and I explained the story to him. He actually laughed before calling them dumb. I know my friends are trying to be protective, but I really don't need any protection.